Assalamu alaikum. I'm Mohammad Zaid Hassan Rabbi, student ID 2002005, and our thesis topic is Cave Suggested Prompt, Efficient Prompts for Generating Better Website Frontends. In this presentation, we are going to discuss about these things. When we were in the second year in November 2022, we heard that a website came called ChatGPT, which can give accurate answer for any questions. But at the start of the 2023 we had the craze of this website and we started to use it, and we saw that it can be used for content creation, natural language processing, healthcare innovation, automated design, web development enhancement. There is an example of a generated website using ChatGPT through this prompt, but the performance of ChatGPT a lot more depends on the instruction it is given. In our thesis work, we have studied 37 papers on ChatGPT in different sectors, and we divided them into three categories: ChatGPT on code generation, ChatGPT on debugging, and ChatGPT prompt techniques. These are the findings after reviewing the papers on ChatGPT on code generation, and these are the findings after reviewing the papers on ChatGPT on debugging. There are some popular ChatGPT prompt techniques like a few shot learning, chain of thought prompting, zero shot chain of thought prompting, self consistency prompting, tree of thoughts, etc. In this paper, the author compared mm, website code generated by OpenAI, ChatGPT, and GitHub's Copilot in terms of efficiency, accuracy, maintainability, and they found that ChatGPT performed well compared to GitHub Copilot, but for generating a website, it requires 8 separated prompts. And in this paper, the author fine-tuned a policy model which takes passage as input and extract keyword from this passage. These keywords further used for summarize this passage. As they try to enhance prompt for summarization, we wanted to enhance prompts for web page generation. These are some papers which are closely related to our work. In the first paper, the author created portfolio and web shop sites and evaluated them on the basis of bugs. And in our work, we created 5 types of website and evaluated them on the basis of usability testing. In the second paper inspired us to fine-tune Llama 3.3 billion model and GPT-4o mini model. And in the third paper, the author improved the generated code of website. And in our work, we improved the generated website of ChatGPT through structure prompts. In our thesis work, we first developed a structure prompt and we create a data set of 1,000 instances of that structure prompt. Then we fine-tune two large language model, Llama. One is Llama model and one is GPT fine-tune model on this dataset. And then we evaluate this two fine-tune model on the basis of performance metrics, and we also conduct usability testing of generated website using this fine-tune model generated structure prompt. We divide our thesis work into two phases. In the first phase, we collect data, and then using this data, we developed a structure prompt and we create a dataset of 1,000 instances of this structure prompt. And in the second phase, we fine tune two large language model on this dataset and then evaluate this fine tuned model. We conducted a survey on web developers from different companies of different job experiences, and we asked them two questions. In first question, we asked them what are the specific front end design elements they want in their website, and in the second question, we told them to write a prompt for creating portfolio website through ChatGPT. After conducting the survey, we have identified some desired website features like scrolling animation, dark mode, layout, structure, typography, and etc. These are some of the answers of the survey question 2. For developing the structure prompt, we have followed some strategies like we ask the model to adapt a persona, we make the prompt more detailed, we also use delimiters to separate one part of the prompt from another part. There is an example of our structure prompt. This website is created using web developer prompt, and this website is created using our prescribed prompt, and we can see the difference between them. Our prompt created website is much more appealing than their. We created a dataset of 1000 instances of a structure prompt, and each website type has 200 instances each, and our dataset is in the format of JSON. And this is an example of our dataset one instance, and it has two parts. One is the input part, it contains the user given features, and the output part, it contains the structure prompt. We use two models for fine tuning. We use two models to fine tune on our data set. The first model is llama 3.2 3 billion model, and the other model is GPT-4o mini fine tune model. Llama 3.23 billion model is the autoregressive model, which is optimized for casual language modeling, and GPT-4o mini model is a lightweight version of a 4 model, which is used for specific task fine tuning. Llama model is developed by Meta. GPT-4o mini model is developed by OpenAI, and Llama model trained on 1 trillion tokens, and GPT-4o mini model trained on 2 trillion to 5 trillion tokens, and a Llama model has 3.2 billion parameters. On the other hand, GPT-4o mini model has between 100 million to 500 million parameters. This is the cost comparison of fine-tuning methods. For full fine-tuning, we required 40 GB of memory and 10 hours of time. On the other hand, if we fine-tuned model using LoRa technique, then it only required 8 GB of memory and 3.5 hours of time. And if we fine-tuned model using quantized low rank adaptation technique, that it only required 3.5 GB of memory and 1.5 hours of time. And for fine-tuning Llama 3.23 billion model, we use quantized low rank adaptation technique.